Today, I'm teaching y'all how to clean a carburetor. The carburetor is known as the heart of your machine. However, I believe we're going to need a more in-depth analysis than that. The job of the carburetor is to pump fuel and air into the motor, almost like how a heart would pump blood through your body. The highlighted item is the throttle slide. Its job is to allow air and gas to move through the carburetor. Then there's the main jet. The main jet allows fuel into the engine when throttle is given, while the pilot jet is in charge of idling. The jets work together to maintain the engine's performance while throttle is or is not being given. Inside the throttle slide is a small needle that plugs the main jet when throttle is not being given. The main jet must be clogged while the engine is idling so that it runs at peak performance. Inside of the carburetor is a float system. Just like the bowl in a toilet, as fuel fills the carburetor, the float rises to the top and plugs the hole, keeping any more fuel from running over. Now that we know the job of the carburetor, we must learn how to clean it. The first step is to unhook the fuel line. Make sure you have the fuel turned off while you do this so that it may not run out on the ground. Then you will unscrew it from the airbox and unbolt it from the engine intake. After you have unbolted from the engine intake, you can take off the throttle slide and be sure to unhook the throttle cables. After you have undone the throttle, you must take the choke cable off, but be sure to leave the choke on the carburetor. We need to clean that part too.
Alright, I got the carburetor off. This is what it looks like. If you look here, this is where your gas, this is the exhaust, this is where your gas and air mixture come out and into the engine. This is your air intake. Your fuel line comes in on one of these lines. I think it's this line right here is your fuel line. In here, I had to take it out to get this out. This is kind of where the choke, this is where the choke goes. We're about to take it apart. So you're going to want to take your Phillips head screwdriver and just start cranking on this thing. Start with the bottom bowl. So it ain't coming off, but you know what they say, desperate times call for desperate measures. So
once the float bowl has been removed from the carburetor, you must take out the jets. Take a flathead screwdriver and turn them counterclockwise until they come out of their respective holes. Then you must take some sort of carburetor cleaner, like gum out, and spray it through the jets, making sure to clear all the gunk out of them. Once the jets are out, you must take out the float. To do this, just simply push out the pin that holds the float in and remove it and the needle jet. Once this has been done, the inside of your carburetor should look something like this. All you must do now is take your carburetor cleaner and scrub everywhere you can in there, making sure to clear all the gunk out. After that, you just have to simply reassemble it the same way you took it apart. Once your carburetor has been reassembled, simply reattach it in the opposite order you removed it. Congratulations, your vehicle is now ready to rip.